Hey, Jill Ortiz here, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a healthy Philly cheesesteak bowl. You only need a few ingredients. Some lean ground turkey, 97% lean preferred, some frozen or fresh peppers and onions, and some cheese, shredded, whatever kind you like. The other things you can add that I have here, some corn, some rice. You can decide whatever you like to add to this, but just make it fun and interesting and change it up and enjoy it. So what I do is I start by browning my ground turkey. Sometimes I'll just brown as much as I need for my serving. Sometimes I'll brown an entire pound or more. It doesn't really matter when you're just making it. You can always save more for later. And I just dump my peppers and onions into a pan. I don't even really put any oil in. So we're keeping this pretty low fat. So you'll know when this is all done browning, when there's really no fat left. You're going to let it all burn off. And it might get a little toasty on the bottom, but that's just going to be nice. No seasoning necessary. What I like to do is I like to measure out my portion because I'm following a macros plan. So I like to eat 7 ounces at lunchtime. So I'll put my bowl on there and then I'll zero out the scale. And then I'll just take my serving and add it on in until I get to 7 ounces. And that way I can track exactly what I'm eating. And I would say a pound of ground turkey will yield about 2 of these 7-ounce servings. Sometimes if I have extra, I'll give it to the dogs or the kids. But it's totally up to you, however much is allowed for you in your meal plan. But this is just an easy way for you to be tracking. If you're just making a family meal and you're not worried about it, then you can just dump it all together. I usually add 2 cups of the peppers and onions, but that's negligible, how many calories you're going to add by having a few extra. So I just dumped my ground turkey in there. And then I also use a 1/4 cup of the shredded cheese. And I just dumped that right in. And at the beginning, I was heating both of my pans on high heat, but at this point, I've lowered this pan to medium heat, so it doesn't really overcook or burn at the bottom. And I just move it around until that cheese is super melty and yummy, and put it in a bowl, all for myself. Now, last night, we had the same thing. The kids had tacos, and I had this. And what I did is I just added a little bit of the rice, the yellow rice, and the corn, and it added just some really awesome extra flavors. But again, if you are using any kind of portion control or macro system, just be sure that you measure it all out. So here's your finished product. It's so tasty, I could eat it literally every day. And here I have my ground turkey ready for tomorrow in case I want the same thing. 5-minute meal. All done.